Hi everybody, this is Craig the Water Guy. I hope you're doing well. I've got over 33 years experience in the water treatment industry, and I want to help you choose a water softener for you and your family today. Try to get the best system that you can get, and try to save you money along the way, not just on the purchase aspect of it, but on what it's going to cost to operate the system and the longevity of the system. Okay, there's upfront costs, there's ongoing costs, there's quality that you need to look at, and that's usually warranty represents quality. That's usually the best way for a consumer to figure out whether or not the system is of good quality or not. Okay, so today I'm searching Morton water softener. The Morton water softener is sold by a lot of your big box stores, and so we're going to take a look at that today. What we're going to do is we're just going to go to directly to the Morton water softener website, okay, and we're going to check that out and see what they have to offer here. So on the Morton water softener system, they are going over some items here. We want to get directly to the systems here, though. So we are going to go to their largest system they offer, which is a 45,000 grain capacity. And we're going to view that one. And they say it's ideal for a household of 1 to 6 people and high water hardness ratings. Uh, that's all good as far as this aspect of it goes, except for how high of hardness ratings are they talking about? What kind of efficiency are they talking about? How often is the system going to regenerate? I mean, there's real no science between what they're telling you here. It's basically one size fits all type deal on that. So I don't really agree with this as a water treatment professional in the industry. What you want to do is you want to make sure that you size the system properly by knowing the hardness of your water and enter it into the proper type of system to calculate that out for you to make sure that you're getting the proper size so the system is not costing you a fortune to operate and you're not putting undue wear and tear on your system. Okay. Because a water softener, the only time the control valve is working and a lot of moving parts and pistons moving up and down and water and salt being wasted is when the system is regenerating. So if you undersize your softener by just kind of guessing on a range, putting yourself in the box with everybody else around you, then you could be doing yourself harm and costing yourself a lot of money in wear and tear on your softener, which costs you maintenance, as well as a waste of a lot of salt and water, which is bad for the environment, but also bad for your pocketbook as well. And I'll go over that with you here in a few minutes on our website at qualitywatertreatment.com. I'll show you the proper way of doing this. Okay. It looks like it has look ahead technology that learns your family's water usage patterns and predicts your future soft water needs. So I assume what they're saying here is that the meter keeps track of your daily usage and kind of calculates what your usage is, and I'm not too sure if there's any more to it than that. Get the same high quality performance on the expert Morton with a Morton softener. Efficient whole house system offers a compact space saving design, power, interruption protection, and free technical support. See the difference in the Morton salt. Okay. The compact model. Okay, so it's a cabinet model. All right. And I see on this particular cabinet, they've solved the issue with not having the control valve components within the tank itself. So you eliminate the salt air affecting the electrical and any metal components that the control valve has internally. So they solved that issue by putting the valve on the top. Okay. The free technical support, they don't say how long they give the free technical support. And the other question I have is that the people on the other line, are they water treatment professionals? I'm assuming that if they're the manufacturer of the Morton softener, then they know their product. So enough said there. Maximum water hardness of 120 grains per gallon. That means that the resin's of fairly decent quality. Removes iron up to 12 parts per million. Now that there throws a big red flag for me. Water softeners don't remove that much iron. They do say clear water iron, which is good, but still, softeners don't remove 12 parts per million iron. The industry, any water filtration professional that knows the industry and is well experienced at well water treatment, removing iron and stuff like that, is going to tell you that a water softener is not designed to remove iron. It's designed to remove hardness minerals. It just happens to be able to remove some iron from the water, generally 3 parts per million. To 5 parts per million would be maximum, but 3 parts per million is generally where you start hemming and hawing on whether or not it's going to get more than that, and you caution your customer that, hey, you can try it if you have 5 parts per million, but don't get mad at me if it doesn't remove it all, because I'm telling you right now that you should have an iron filter in front of your softener. Okay, that 12 parts per million, you're just asking for trouble. It's going to foul your resin bed out and cause you all kinds of maintenance nightmares. And it's just not going to remove it all. You're still going to get brown staining in your house. Okay. Protects home plumbing appliances, fixtures, soap, shampoo, lather. That's all soft water benefits. They all give you that. Now let's take a look and see what kind of warranty they're going to give you here. Keep scrolling down and see here. Where to buy it. Life needs soft water. Test your water. Manual warranty information. Here we go. Okay, so let's take a look here. There we go. And let's try to find the warranty here. Warranty, page 3. Okay, right here at the top. All right, the Morton residential warranty for the Morton water softener. 1 full year warranty for 1 year from the date of purchase. All parts will be free of defects in material and workmanship and will perform their normal functions for a period of 1 year. The date of purchase. Labor to repair any parts to be defective in materials or workmanship will be provided at no additional cost. Limited warranties for 10 years from the date of purchase. The salt storage tank and fiberglass barrel tank will not rust, corrode, leak, burst, or any other manner fail to perform their proper functions. For purchases for a period of 3 years, date of purchase, the electronic control board will be free of defects of material and workmanships. Let's see here. So labor maintain this product is not covered by the product warranty. Okay. Then they have their general provisions, which is pretty typical warranty stuff. All right. So we got 1 year, and then 3 years on the control valve electronics, and 10 years on the tanks. Okay. So let's take a look at our website at qualitywatertreatment.com. Now, like I was saying earlier, you want to make sure you size the water softener properly for performance reasons, as well as ongoing cost and stuff like that. Okay, so what we do is go to the sizing calculator. Now, I put this sizing calculator together years ago based on my experience of 33 years. And I put a video here for you to watch to learn how to use the calculator if you need help. But basically what you got to do is I put this together to So the calculator sizes the water softener to be at its peak performance, meaning that it's not going to regenerate too often, it's not going to regenerate too less, and with all that put together, it's going to give you not just the best performance, but it's also going to give you the most savings out of your system and keep the system from wearing down faster and wasting a lot of salt and water along the way, which is bad for the environment. It costs you a lot more money and headaches going out to add salt to it. Okay, so by adding the amount of people in your home, we're just going to use an example of 4 people. Average usage in the USA between laundry and everything else is 75 gallons per person per day for household usage. Average city water, let's just go to a hard water area and say that we're running around 18 grains hard. And let 45,000. So actually, let's go a little harder than that. $20 grains hard. So that's a 48,000 grain capacity system, which is theirs is a 45,000. That's why I did that, folks, just to kind of give you a comparison. They're not giving you a price here because they're telling you where to purchase it because the manufacturer doesn't sell the systems, obviously. So we're not real sure what the price of the Morton software is. Okay. Going here, the way this is set up, the system is going to regenerate based on the figures that you input here for city water every 7 days on the average. It's a metered system, so it's not going to regenerate every 7 days unless you've used the water that the system has set itself for based on the calculations. If you're on a well, you want to input your iron here, and it will recalculate it for you. So you have one milligram per liter of iron up your system from a 48 to a 64. If you're on well water, you're not sure if you have iron. If you don't have a system on there now, a softener or a filter of any sort, if you're getting brown staining on fixtures and you have iron, you're going to want to get it tested. If you don't have brown staining on fixtures and you don't have any iron, don't worry about it. To get your water tested for iron, I recommend you take a half a gallon to a gallon bottle of water, preferably a glass bottle, but just a clean bottle of bottled water will work. Take it down to a local pool supply place and ask them to test it for iron, pH, and hardness for you, and whatever else they want to test it for. Then come back to the website here and input the iron figure. If you're not sure what the hardness is, you can also put your hardness in there as well because they'll test that for you too. Okay. So based on all this information, we're going to click on the 48,000 grain capacity. And this gives you some different choices here. Okay. The first choice is the Flex 5600 SXT water softener. It's a downflow metered softener, just like your Morton softener. But it's a 2-tank model. You can take this brine tank, this salt tank, and set it up to 20 to 30 feet away. It doesn't have to be next to the system. It doesn't have to be right beside it either. It can be in back of it or in front of it, as long as you can get to it to take the lid off, which you just pull off with your hands and just dump your salt in. Okay. The system has a 5-year control valve warranty versus their 3 years, so it's a better warranty there. It has 10 years on the tanks, which is the same as the Morton softener warranty. Okay. Now, if you purchase this system from us, of course, you get our 33 years of experience and 28 years in business. We have technical support on staff that's well trained to deal with this. We know water, we know systems very well, so that's never an issue for you. Price-wise, we're very competitive. It is a downflow system, just like the Morton softener. It's a downflow system. So the systems do use your standard amount of salt and water per regeneration, even though they're meter systems. They're not going to save you a lot of salt and water like your upflow high efficiency systems that I'm going to go over with you in a minute. So your next step from there is the high efficiency upflow water softener. We have different models here, starting with our 3/4 inch standard softener, which is 3/4 inch Morton and 3/4 inch Flex softeners. This is all through 3/4 inch, but it is a an upflow system with new age technology built into the control valve. So it'll save you up to 75% on salt, 64% on water every regeneration. Sizing the system properly, like we just went over with the sizing calculator, family of four is going to save up to $220 a year in salt and water alone, not regenerating the system too often. It's going to save you money as well, but the 220 is just based on salt and water savings alone, because salt runs between $5 to $7 per 40-pound bag after tax. If you're on city water, you're paying for your water. So if your water is metered, if you're wasting a lot of water on the regeneration on your standard water softener, the Morton and the Fleck, you're costing yourself money. As well as it's not as good as bad for the environment. The more salt and water that you put into the sewer system, goes into the ground, the worse off the environment gets. So you're doing us a favor by helping the environment by not doing that as often and limit it to a smaller amount. Okay. The warranty is better. It's got 7 years on the control valve compared to 3 years on Morton and 5 years on the Fleck, and a lifetime warranty on the tanks compared to 10 years on the Morton and 10 years on the Fleck. Okay. So there's a lot of new age technology built into this control valve with the upflow technology that gives you that savings, which our website will go over. Also on our FAQ page, we also have the figures and all the data that shows you why you will save up to $220 a year in savings. The average life on these systems is 15 to 20 years. Based on a 15-year figure at $220 per year, I believe that's over $3,300 savings every 15 years. That's a huge savings, folks. You can buy a lot of water softeners for $3,300. Okay. Going to the next system is our Software Relief Basic. That's a 1-inch control valve instead of 3/4 inch. Gives you higher flow rates throughout the house with less pressure drop. It comes with a better warranty on the control valve. It's a 10-year warranty compared to the 7-year warranty here. A whole lot better than the Morton softener, and a whole lot better than the Fleck 5600 SXT softener. The tank comes with a neoprene washable jacket to protect the tank from outside weather, as well as etching and fading and scratching from even from indoors. And it's a washable jacket, so you can unzip it, pull it out the tank, and wash it. If it gets dirty for some reason, you want to keep it cleaner, you can do that. It comes with a 10% upgraded resin. Your Morton softeners is 8% resin, and your Fleck water softeners are also 8% resin, and this Softco Pure is 8% resin. This comes with a 10% resin. What that means to you is that the 10% resin is more chlorine and chloramine resistant. Chlorine and now chloramine as well is being used by municipal water supply companies to disinfect your water to kill bacteria before the water gets to you. The thing of it is that it's not just bad for you, but it's also bad for the residents. It's enemy number one to residents when you're on city water. That's what tears up the residents, depletes their life expectancy, as well as depletes their performance. So the 10% resin is not going to remove the chlorine, so you still have the health aspects of that you should deal with by using an upflow carbon filter, which I can go over with you here in a minute, or a KDF 55 filter. And all you have is chlorinated water, not chloramines, but chlorinated. You can use the KDF 55 filter, which I'll show you here in a second. But it does perform better or last longer than your 8% resin. So that's the reason why you want to use the 10% resin over those 8% resins. Okay. This also is upflow. It also has the technology, the new age technology. So it's also going to save you that 75% of salt, 64% of the water, that average at $220 per year, family of four in savings. But it also has a stagnant flush, so if you go on vacation, if you're not using water for 7 days, the system will do a quick backwash, keep the resin clean to keep bacteria from growing in the system. It also goes through a quick regeneration. So if you have a high usage day and the system says, hey, you're getting down to 3% on your reserves, you're going to run out of soft water based on this usage before the day is out, which means you can pull hard water into your plumbing supply and your hot water heater. The hot water heater is the key word here. If you get hard water to your hot water heater, it can take up to a day to get it out. So that means you're going at least a day by doing laundry and dishes and stuff like that, bathing in partially hard water. Okay. So what this does, it'll sense that it'll go into a 15-minute quick regeneration mode to keep you in soft water for the rest of the day, and then it'll do a full regeneration that night. Okay. Uh, The next system is the Soft Pro Elite Plus. Same exact system as the Soft Pro Elite Basic, 10% resin, same warranty and everything. But it has immediate Arcadia 55 filter in it, which is a copper and zinc redox formulation. It doesn't break down 10, 12 years easily. It's a life expectancy, and when that does go out, you just replace it. But it's part of this distributor tube here. It sits down here at the bottom of the tank. So the water runs downward through this tube, goes up through this KDF 55 media, and then goes up to the resin, and then goes into the house. What it does is it removes the chlorine from the water. It also removes a high percentage of heavy metals such as lead, copper, and stuff like that. And it's bacteria static, so it won't let bacteria grow within the system at any time. And so that's how that works. Now, if you have chloramines in the water, or if you want a system that is going to also remove not just chlorate or chloramines, but pesticides, herbicides, petroleum products, pharmaceutical products, stuff like that for the whole house, then you can choose the Elite Basic system here, and then choose the Ultimate package. Okay. And the Elite Ultimate package comes with a upflow carbon filter. Okay. The upflow carbon filter doesn't require electricity. It doesn't backwash. It's an upflow, so the water runs down through the tube and upward through the resin. The carbon completely lifted it up when you use water, keeping it loose so the water can't channel through it. It gives you a good absorption rate. Okay. We upgraded our carbon to use what we call a catalytic carbon instead of your standard coconut-based type carbons that everybody else uses. The reason we did that is because catalytic carbon will remove chloramine from the water at a higher flow rate than your other carbons out there like coconut-based carbon. So we want to make sure that we address both issues for our customers because we don't know, in a lot of cases they don't know if they have chlorine or chloramines. So by using the upgraded catalytic carbon, we address that issue and to make sure that it's never a problem for you. Okay, so that's going to remove the chlorine, the chloramines, the byproducts of chlorine and chloramines like THM gases, which is a cancer-causing agent, heavy metals, pesticides, herbicides, petroleum products, as well as pharmaceutical products. So that's going to give you really good, high-quality water throughout the home. So the water runs through this first, comes out here and goes through your softener and then to the home. As an added benefit, we're giving you a high efficiency 75 gallon per day, 5-stage reverse osmosis system. What I mean by high efficiency is that it only wastes 1 gallon of water for every gallon that it makes. Your other RO systems out there waste 4 gallons to 1 gallon of water that it makes. So this system is less expensive for you to operate. Basically, you get bottled water for cheaper than your other ROs because you're not paying to waste so much water over the other systems, as well as better for the environment because you're not wasting a lot of water. It comes with a really nice decorative faucet with a swivel chrome handle instead of your cheap plastic handles. And if you want to upgrade this system, you can upgrade it by adding an alkalizer filter to it, so it'll raise your pH balance up really high for you to give you pure bottled water as well as pH high alkalized water as well. Okay. If you don't want this part of the system, you can call us and we can go ahead and get the system going for you without this part in here, which will lower the cost for you by about $300. Okay. So that's everything, folks. I hope I was helpful today for you, and thank you for visiting us.